Wants to get a fast time here. He's going to have to hope that the pacemakers don't go silly and that they run at a good pace that he can work off.
Well, Mo Farah's got some quality athletes behind him, and that makes it even more difficult, because at the end of the day, we're all looking for Mo Farah to win this race. Secondly, we're looking for him to run a fast one. And thirdly, we'd like to see him break some kind of record. The European record set 39 years ago today and still held by Emil Puttermans of 8 minutes and 13.2 seconds. But I'm sure Mo is going to be able to blow that away today. He's capable of running more than 10 seconds faster than that. But he's got Kenenisa Bekele's brother for company right behind him. Then he's got Eliud Kipchoge, the former world champion, behind him. And then he's got Kipsiro, the Commonwealth twice Commonwealth 5 and 10,000 meter champion, behind him. So he's got some quality athletes there. He is leading the bunch, but he just needs to take a little bit closer order. The pacemakers went through there quickly. Mo Farah, first 400 meters, 58.9 seconds, and that's quick.
Yes, and for those of you who know the difference between the metric and imperial, of course it was 16 laps plus about 18 meters. And that 18 meters becomes important because we talk about Brent's just given a lap time there, so obviously that was 400 meters exactly. It wasn't actually to the finish line, so we'll be watching that. Lap times are important, but Brent, that idea of running about not far, sort of 30.5, something like that, is going to be important. And you don't want to have too many laps where you're slipping way outside of that sort of pace. But coming back to what I said at the beginning, these guys have got to just keep an eye on where Mo is and try and help him through here, because as I said, I don't think he's going to get much help from behind. He's a scout now, Mo Farah, and whether you're Kipchoge and all of his great, exploits in the past, they'll want to beat Mo Farah today, undoubtedly.
That's absolutely right. And the thing is, he's sitting there on his own. When the pacemakers drop out, Mo will be in the lead. But the lap time there, the second 400 meters split, 1:59.7 for 800 meters, 60 seconds for Mo Farah for that particular lap. So he is running quickly. And remember, 2 miles, they're going to run close to 4 minutes for the first mile and try and run close to 4 minutes for the second mile. That puts the quality of running here in perspective. We're now ignoring the pacemakers a little. It's Mo Farah, really. He's the pacemaker, because that gap, all it's doing is guiding him along. It's not helping him along. And there they go through. 10 laps to go. Mo Farah, Bekele, Kipchoge and Kipsiro, 3 quality athletes there for the ride.
Just a quick word about in the green vest there, Johnny Mellor, who's running very well, has gone with this pace there. He's got the chance of going to the world indoors. He's got to run for 3,000 meters, 7:50, and they'll take the time at 3,000 meters. So he's got the chance here if he can hang on to the likes of Gabius. He's doing it very bravely there, because he had no option really but to go with this quick pace. So just watch out for that as well.
That third 400 meters slipped a little, 62.5 for Mo Farah, and I think he realized that. He suddenly accelerated and has gone a little bit closer to the pacemakers. He hasn't gone with them, but he knows exactly what's happening. He's glancing up at the screen, he's getting the information that he needs. Katimba's doing a strong job. It's not his fault the athletes aren't following him, but the point is, when you get this kind of quality, you don't want to be sticking out there on your own and trying to set a pace for everyone else. So the first pacemaker drops out. Eliud Kipchoge takes a bit closer order to Mo Farah, and that 400 meter split, 62.5, 3-2 for 1,200 meters, and another 62.1, so they're just drifting off that pace a little.
But I suspect that's what he probably thought would happen. I think 4-3, 4-4 would have been the target. The question is, can Mo Farah pick it up from that? Will the second half, undoubtedly the last 400 meters will be quick. We know it will be with the sort of caliber of athlete we've got here. But can they maintain enough pace to get them close over the last 400 or 500 meters that they can attack? If not the world record, then certainly something fairly close to it. Mo Farah looking good, looking relaxed, but so is Kipchoge, just tucked in behind him.
Well, our statistician who's doing his sums and doing the spotting onto the track, he just told me that Mo Farah went through the first mile in 4 minutes and 5 seconds. That means he's got to run a sub-4-minute mile to break the world record. That would be a tall order, but the things we've seen from Mo recently, you know he could go close to that.
So, when the pacemaker drops out, Limo's looking good and doing a good job. Farah will be left in the front, Bekele just looking up at the big screen. Kipchoge is still there. Kipchoge is still there. Arne Gabius of Germany is still there. Young Johnny Meller's been maybe paying for going with that early pace, but he really had no option. So the pacemaker steps aside. We've got 5 laps to go, and Mo Farah has to think about winning this race now. Maybe not think about the clock. Look at Kipchoge. He's already run very quick over 3,000 metres this year. He's been in very, very good form. And Farah's got to be aware. He's got to get his brain into gear here about how to win this. Maybe start to forget about the clock a little bit here.
Hey, win the race, Mo. That's what you've got to do. If he wins this race, he'll have beaten some good athletes. He is the world champion at 5,000 metres. And now he's being challenged by the brother of the world record holder at 5,000 metres, and that is Bekele, Tariku Bekele. Now, I think it's time for Mo just to settle, just to think about winning the race. Mo's got a terrific sprint finish. The time will come. I think he's going to beat the European record on today's performance. I don't think they're going to get that world record, but the point is, he's got to win this race. He's come into this race with a huge background of performance. We know he's good shape. He's run a good 1,500 metres. Now he's being tested a little by Tariku Bekele.
Well, Bekele knows he doesn't have the pace of Farah, Kipchoge, or even Kipchoge, and that's why he's doing this. He just sensed that Farah was happy to just run at the front. And look at Mo just starting to rock a little bit here, but he's still close enough, and Bekele's really testing them here, putting his foot down, and there's just a little bit of daylight there. And if it gets any further, Mo Farah needs to be careful. Kipchoge doesn't know whether they go past him or not, just sensing that Mo Farah is just not closing that gap. So he moves into second place, and they've got less than 400 to go.
Less than 400 metres remaining. A grimace by Mo Farah. A 60-second lap there by Tariku Bekele. Kipchoge, the double Commonwealth champion, comes into place, and Mo Farah struggling here. He's got a wall of athletes ahead of him. They're just over 200 metres to go. Mo looks a bit heavy today. He looks a bit tired. He's tried to run quick, and here he comes on the outside. Has he got the finish? Can he manage it from here? The bell sounds, 7:37, and here comes Mo Farah.
The noise here is phenomenal. They're trying to cheer their man home, but he's got some work to do here. It was a big effort to move up, and Kipchoge responded. The former world champion, kicking hard and going away. Mo Farah with nothing left at this point. It's Eliud Kipchoge looking good at the moment. Farah's trying one last big effort, but it's not going to get him there. Kipchoge's going to win this. Farah's in second place. It'll be a new British record, a new European record for Mo Farah. But, and it's a big but, it is only February, but he won't like getting beat by Eliud Kipchoge, that's for sure. This is a man who we know over the years is right at the top of the world. He's been a former world champion. He's won plenty of medals at the Worlds and the Olympics. He's a great athlete, but he's the sort of athlete that Mo Farah these days would want to beat. And he'll be a bit disappointed, certainly not to have won in front of a home crowd. Nothing wrong with the time, really. That's still a good run. But as we were saying, Brent, during the race, it's sometimes you've got to think, let's just win this. I think I said earlier on in the season, keeping an unbeaten record is quite important.
And there he goes, Eliud Kipchoge, the former world 5,000 metre champion, the reigning 5,000 metre world champion Mo Farah under pressure here. Bekele, the brother of the world record holder, he's struggling too. And Mo Farah's making a really desperate effort here. He's kicking, he's burrowing, he's digging deep. But Eliud Kipchoge is a class athlete. Kipchoge is a double Commonwealth champion. So let's face it, winning this race would have been good enough. But there goes Mo Farah, battling as ever, always gives 100%. 4:5.6 for the first mile, 4:2.5 for the second mile by Mo Farah. That suggests things are in good place, but I tell you, winning the race is important. And if he'd concentrated on winning the race, he may have been able to win it, but he was running for a time. Sometimes that's dangerous. But Mo Farah, as always, gives 100%, and I would say February, Olympic year, Mo, you're on good schedule. Don't worry about it.
Well, the esteemed Brendan Foster saying you're on great schedule here in February for what's to come later in the year. How do you assess how it went there today, Mo?
I was a bit disappointed with the race. Just felt a bit heavy, and I see myself on the front. Fell alright, but last K, just happened to work hard.
But you showed what incredible guts you've got. You didn't give up to the last, you never do. You chase them down hard.
Yeah, definitely, you can't give up, and you've got to work hard, and thanks to the crowd and everybody supporting. Great reception I got.
Oh, it was just one of the best ever. You're aware now. You are the crowd's favourite.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just appreciate everyone's help, and I just got to keep working hard.
Keep it going. All the best.
Cheers, Phil.
It was a tough field to beat, and you know, for him to come second, the way he came second, I think he shouldn't be at all disappointed. And let's put it this way though, no athlete enjoys second place when you feel like you can win.
And we got confirmation there of that result. Eliud Kipchoge running 8:07.39 for a personal best. Mo Farah there with the national record, but I think he'll be a bit disappointed.